Hi, Werner.
Hello, Andreas.
Can you say a little bit about the intention for like meditation or connecting? Because a lot of times I feel that like my habitual identification with my body and mind is very much leading the meditation, or the question is more like, is it helpful to, to open up? And can I form some kind of good intention, or is this already something that, it doesn't make much sense?
Yes, it does. You can start out with a good intention, and then it can become just a habitual routine to meditate. And it's a good thing to check yourself. What is really my intention? Why am I doing this? And if you become clear that, yes, this is a great help to become more conscious, to connect with what I am, instead of being just that person that is repeating old patterns a whole lifetime long. So the intention is being yourself, being natural, becoming aware of your birthright, of being a divine being and not a limited separate personality.
The identification with the limited personality is very strong, and a lot of times I meditate to feel good because it usually works. And I don't get the question clear. It's more like, how can I help? Like opening up, basically, is the question. Or like letting go of that identification.
Yes. The fact that you often feel good in your meditation, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Simply don't get stuck in simply good feeling. Accept it gratefully that you feel good, but keep that alertness. That are you doing self-inquiry?
No, watching the breath.
Watching the breath. Okay, that in spite of feeling good, that you just keep on very consciously watching the breath and using the breath to be alive now. Not simply get stuck with a relative good feeling and then sort of dream away on that and let the breathing mechanically repeat itself, but without being quite alert. So just bring the attention back to consciously do that and relax. Relax in it. And keep on reminding yourself, even when you feel good, relax. And you will see, it's like that conscious relaxing in connection is like giving the impulse to open.
Sometimes if there's like a little opening happening, and I try then to just like rest in awareness or rest in being, and going away from, but then a lot of times I go like a little bit watching the breath, then opening up and staying with that feeling of light and being. So I'm not really sure.
Yeah. Anyhow, the key is to keep the alertness, not to get sort of dreamy, half sleepy on a nice level. That can happen after having meditated for a longer period, for years, that it's relatively easy to feel quite good, but then that one goes and meditates just to feel good and then goes a bit to sleep on that level of just feeling good. And there you remind yourself in one way or another, hey, keep the alertness. You don't have to push away the good feeling. You can very well embrace it, but somehow keep that alertness.
Yeah, I'm going back and forth between like the attention of the breath is something that is, I mean, I don't focus on one point so much, but it's more like concentration to like in a little bit like narrowing. And the other is much more like opening up and the problem is that I'm always identified with how it's going on and like if I'm doing it good or bad and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's of course the old mind that has the habit to be there like a sport reporter giving the continuous commentary of what's going on. Now this is happening and now and that's better and so on. But you see it at least, and then don't encourage it. Just don't take it serious and come back. And the two, they need not be either or, but you can more and more merge them. That the concentration and the opening, that they merge. That it's not either concentration or opening, but that you can bring them together.
Yeah, that happens when there's some kind of a light and I can stay with the light, but then the sports reporter comes again.
Yeah, right. And then when you see it, then you just don't keep the attention glued to it. Then, oh, there I'm going again, and just come back. For me, and many times for people, it has been helpful to choose a point in the body where to center. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to, but you may experiment that you choose that point which is the easiest for you to center in the body. And then when the attention, like going to the sports reporter, again wants to slip away, it's a help. Then just to physically center and come back to watching the breath and center and watching the breath and relaxing that.
Yeah, the points are always changing depending on the day. Like some days it feels easier to focus there and on other days on another spot.
But is there a point where you feel basically most comfortable when you are centering?
A lot of times it's like between the eyes.
Yeah, right. So then make it into your center, and even when the attention goes somewhere else, then let it go, but in a way that then you observe it from your center, physical center. Even when it's going down in the body, then you still stay centered in your most preferred center, and from there you observe how the attention goes at another place. You don't have to prevent that.
Yeah, from there it's opening up very easily, and then it's not so focused anymore. It's like first it's a point, and then it opens up to like a globe.
Right, and that is fine. But then when you feel, oh, there I'm slipping again in the old thing, the sport reporter take again over, then it's very helpful to physically focus on that point. And then if the point somehow disappears in the opening, then there is no problem. It's just a help to redirect the attention from the habitual mental pattern like reporting.
Okay.
Okay. Wish you well.